This ad is sponsored by ZocDoc. Hi, it's Danny Pellegrino from Everything Iconic. Have you been putting off that annual doctor's appointment because you don't want to make the call? Or maybe you've been meaning to find a new dentist, but you have no idea where to start. I find that's especially true when you move. It's hard to find your people. I've been there, which is why I use ZocDoc. Now, as a busy podcaster, parent, and someone who's always juggling a million things, I love anything that makes life easier. And ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors with over 250,000 providers across more than 200 specialties. You can read reviews from real patients, find a provider who feels like the right fit, see actual appointment openings, and book instantly. I recently had a last-minute health issue pop up and needed to see someone fast. And instead of calling around or sitting on hold, I found a doctor on ZocDoc and booked an appointment in just a few minutes. It made the whole process so much less stressful. Now, taking care of your health just got easier. Download the ZocDoc app today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc, and book that appointment on your to-do list.
On today's Smart 7, new report raises questions over the PREVENT programme, Moscow threatens UK over Ukraine support, and much more. It's Wednesday, 19th of August, it's World Photography Day, and happy birthday, Simon Bird.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
There's 2 weeks to go before the Commons gets back to work after their summer break, and new Prime Minister Andy Burnham has to face down the opposition and provide detailed plans for his new government. In the meantime, though, the PM has continued to fire out all kinds of new proposals, big and small, aimed at making life in the UK a little bit easier. Tuesday saw Burnham on the buses as he announced that the government will provide free 24-hour bus travel for disabled pass holders starting in April.
I just want to make life that little bit better for people. It won't always be the big things, because obviously things are tight, money is tight, but where I can do something to take that little bit of pressure off, to give people a bit more freedom and the ability to save a few pounds every week, I will do it. I will always do it.
He also announced that the government is taking control of the West Midlands bus services after private operator National Express indicated it would leave the market. And while these may seem like small changes, Work and Pensions Minister Lillian Greenwood says the change on travel rules will make a big difference.
What we're doing now is saying across the whole of England, disabled people with a concessionary pass should be able to use it 24/7. We know how important buses are. We think it's the right thing to do.
Donald Trump appears to have had enough of the war he started in Iran. It's been almost 6 months since the war started, and it's been more than 60 days since a memorandum of agreement was signed to create a ceasefire and a window for detailed talks. That hasn't happened in any meaningful way, with the US president taking to social media on Tuesday to say there are no talks with the Islamic Republic of Iran. It seems Iran's talks with Oman over a reopening of the strait have annoyed Trump, and former Israeli spokesman Ilon Levy told LBC it's understandable that he's becoming frustrated.
What should be a US ally that seems to be playing both sides. Trump is trying to open the Strait of Hormuz and is worried that a separate deal between the Islamic Republic of Iran and Oman could undermine that effort.
Iran has been calling for America to fulfill its side of the original agreement, as Iran's top negotiator Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf made clear on Tuesday.
The Strait of Hormuz will not be opened until the American commitments stipulated in the Memorandum of Understanding, specifically lifting the naval blockade and cessation of threats and military operation, as well as the other clauses of the text, have been implemented.
PREVENT is the government programme which is designed to protect vulnerable people from being drawn into extremism, but it is failing to help those most at risk. That's according to a new report by Children's Commissioner Rachel de Souza, which found that the programme has failed to move with the times and is unable to cope with cases which show signs of a fixation with violence but no ideological element. Southport killer Axel Ruda-Cubana, who was clearly troubled, was referred to PREVENT 3 times, but because he didn't demonstrate any clear ideology, his case was closed. While referrals continue to rise, the Commissioner has called for the Home Office and the Department of Education to issue new statutory guidance on children who pose a risk to others.
About 70% of those referrals are for non-ideological radicalisation. The counter-terrorism police and PREVENT were not set up for that.
Tuesday saw 10 people killed in Ukraine by Russian strikes, while Ukraine has been launching swarms of drones at Moscow and other Russian cities as what Zelensky calls long-range sanctions, aimed at bringing the war home to the Russian population. The UK has been supporting Ukraine's drone technology with parts and equipment, and Tuesday saw Russia warn that Britain would face consequences for the support of its enemy. The Ministry of Defence defended its right to support Ukraine in the face of Putin's illegal invasion, but Tory Shadow Secretary for Business and Trade Andrew Griffith says as a former Defence Minister, new Chancellor John Healey needs to back words with action.
John Healey, who's now the Chancellor, resigned over that, saying that the government hadn't discharged its first duty of government, which is to properly defend us. He's been Chancellor now for nearly a month, still not proper funding for our defence. That should be a wake-up call to him.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, F1 revs up for the second part of the season, and Slow Horses are back on Apple TV. Right after this.
When life happens, and you need care fast, you can Teladoc that. Need help navigating big changes? You can Teladoc that too. From checkups to check-ins and everything in between. For your physical health or for your mental health, you can Teladoc all that. We've got doctors, therapists, specialists, and coaches all available by web or app. Get started today at teladochealth.com. That's TELADOC health.com.
What if your favorite way to unwind could actually reward you? With Mistplay, it can. Stop scrolling social media for nothing. Mistplay lets you earn points just for discovering and playing mobile games. Redeem them for gift cards from brands you love, simply for doing what you already do to relax. Download Mistplay today and make your downtime more rewarding.
Welcome back. If the summer sports haven't kept you entertained, there's a return to big blockbuster sporting action this weekend. The Premier League returns, starting on Friday night with Arsenal taking on newly promoted Coventry, and a full round of fixtures across the weekend. Formula One also makes a return with the Dutch Grand Prix after a summer break, and some rescheduling of races following cancellations from the Middle East calendar because of the ongoing war. The season resumes with Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli out in front, chased by Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. And the F1 people are so excited they've even made a movie-style trailer for part 2 of the season, voiced by none other than Colin Farrell.
Beneath the helmet, within the machine, a human on the edge. Too fast for fear. Greatness measured in milliseconds. Immortality at the strait's end. They think the story is written. It's not.
One of the great mysteries of the modern age has been a side effect of the recent spate of studio mergers. Some movies simply disappeared as ownership changed, or when the maths of the acquisition shifted and a tax write-off was required. Missing movies include Batgirl, a Star Wars animated comedy, No Really, and of course Coyote vs. Acme. Only one of those has made a comeback so far, with the Looney Tunes live-action animated comedy and fan favourite about to hit cinemas. Star Will Forte wasn't able to shed much light on what actually happened, though.
It was testing really, really well. We got a call from Warner Brothers that they had a new idea for the release of the movie, which was to not release it in theaters, but to release it into a garbage can. And it was like, okay, yeah, okay.
Good news for fans of Gary Oldman's unique look as Jackson Lamb, as Slow Horses is returning to Apple TV on September 16th. It's the 6th season of the spy drama, which follows the slightly less than competent inhabitants of Slough House who have been cast out from MI5. This time round, someone is busy killing off current and former Slow Horses, so it's all hands on deck, with Kirsten Scott Thomas, Jonathan Price and Jack Loudon all back on duty. Oh, and they're already filming season 7.
I cannot emphasise this enough. Stay dark, yeah? No phones.
Yeah.
What don't you understand about going dark?
I'm gonna burn this city.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Meet Finn, the single customer agent made for the entire journey. From qualifying sales leads to resolving support issues, Finn works across teams, carrying context from one conversation to the next. Learn more at Finn.ai.